What's up, y'all? Let's talk about mental health.
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new values, and a new experience.
What's up, guys? Peace and God bless. This is Darren and I'm Linda's son. Welcome back to the channel. I was inspired to do some beats yesterday. Got some gear over the weekend that I'll talk about it at another time. And I received a phone call from a good friend of mine that I worked with for many years. And he told me that someone that we work with, 39 years old, took his own life. And I sat with that like the entire day. I was stuck the entire day just thinking about it. 39 years young. Very, very cool dude. Solid young man. Carried himself respectfully. Very cool dude. Down to earth dude. Chill, funny, intelligent. And yet he posted a note yesterday morning saying that he suffered quietly for years and had suffered from depression for a long time. And I know a lot of times I've gotten comments in the past saying that, you know, my positivity can come off fake and judgmental and whatever. But when I tell you that's why I do not troll people, that's why I'm not into diss videos and beef and all that crap. Number one, I'm 53 years old. I'm a grown man. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a grandfather now. No time for that. Been there, done that in my younger days. I'm older and I'm wiser, thank God. But more importantly, and I've talked about this with several people in the community before, you never know what people are going through. You never know what people are dealing with. You never know what people are suffering with. You may see them on a video, on a YouTube video, smiling, laughing, looking like they got everything at their fingertips. You don't know what they're dealing with. And it's very important that we be more compassionate towards people. I had a supervisor of mine, shout out to my homie Mark. He used to always, I'm the type at my job, I was always the type to check on my people and ask them, are they okay throughout the day? That was my thing. You all right? Everything cool? Beyond you getting the job done, I wanted to see if you cool, because you just never know what people are going through. You know what I mean? And he was one of the guys, Mark was one of the guys who always checked on me. He said, because you always got to check on a strong friend. And the young man yesterday who took his life yesterday, he was one of the young men who appeared to be strong. And I think, you know, I just want to tell everybody that's watching this, check on your strong friends. Check on that strong family member. The one that feels like they have it all together. Check on them. See if they're okay, and just don't take I'm okay for granted. Just don't take that and keep it moving. Check on them. Show them some love. You never know what people are going through and what they're dealing with. I myself dealt with depression, and I was in denial about it. My backstory, you know, typical, if you want to say, the stereotype of a young black man growing up in the neighborhood, no father in the home, just me and my mom, the only child. And me and my mom were like this. And I lost my mom when I was 45 years old. And at 45, a minister at my church, a father, a husband, a leader at my job, my world crashed. It crashed. And my wife and my children and some family members, they knew the impact that it had on me. But a lot of people, especially at my job, didn't know the impact that it had on me. Of course, yeah, Darren lost his mom. That's a shame. That's sad, praying for you, brother. But months after that, man, I kept it inside. You would never know. I was the one encouraging other people. I was the one making other people laugh when they were having a bad day. I was the one that was still walking up saying, "Are you okay?" But you didn't know that I was dying inside, that I felt like I was going crazy, that I saw nothing but darkness around me. I didn't want to be around a lot of people. I cut a lot of people off. I cut family members off, and I just secluded myself. If it wasn't my wife and my children, I didn't really talk to anybody else. I didn't want to answer the phone. And there are a lot of people that's watching this video that are that strong friend. They're that person that holds it together in front of everybody. And they laugh to literally keep from crying. There are a lot of people that's dealing with depression and they're in denial. And, in this community, there's a saying, that the music can be therapy, that the beats can be therapy. And I agree, a lot of times it's a great escape and it soothes you. It brings you peace a lot of times to dive into this world of beat making. But please let me be clear. Beat making can be a form of therapy, but it's not therapy. If you are struggling with depression, anxiety, thoughts of suicide, turning on a beat, chopping up samples, going through sequences, is not going to be therapy for you. Because when the beats stop, those feelings are still there. When you cut off that beat machine, when you put that keyboard to the side and you got to go to work, you still got those thoughts. When you lay down at night, you still got those thoughts. So it's very, 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 very important that you get therapy. If you need help, man, reach out and get help. There's resources majority of times at my job, particularly. I worked for the federal government, and they had resources where you can get free therapy through the job. And there's other employment opportunities, other people that have those same opportunities at their job. So you have to do the research. Whatever job you have, man, you have to do the research, maybe through your health insurance, that you be able to get therapy. There are hotlines that you can call. Get the help, man. This is real. There are a lot of people that's suffering with this, especially in this community. There are a lot of people that's suffering with this. The pandemic, I think, added on to it. And a lot of people through the quarantine suffered even more. And in my city alone, in Philadelphia, it's really, really bad right now. The crime is really bad. Like, the violence is really bad. And this young man was a police officer. So the things you hear on the news, number one, the bad things that people hear about police officers. Every police officer is not bad. There's bad apples in everything. And the things that you have to see on a daily basis can take a toll. Compound that on what you're already dealing with mentally. And he left our job to become a police officer, and he really dove into that and wanted to help people. He himself talked about how he talked other people out of committing suicide and getting help, and he was feeling the same way. So I just wanted to share my heart. I don't have anything prepared to say. I just wanted to cut the camera on and talk to somebody who it might be going through the same thing. I felt 100% better once I, number one, talked to my wife, shared with my wife, shared with a friend, and got therapy. Once I talked to a therapist, I had a couple sessions, and he described the trauma that I was always going through from a child to now, and a lot of things made sense. And just to talk to the therapist and get release was the help that I needed to break through the depression that I was going through. And it might be somebody that's going through that right now. You might not even be a beat maker. You might have just stumbled upon this video. I just pray that you get the help that you need. I pray that you don't throw in the towel. I pray that you don't give up on life. I pray that you understand and know that you are enough, that you are worth it. Don't give up. I don't even know what else to say. I just pray that this video reaches someone that's going through the same thing that my man Bobby went through. I pray for Bobby. I pray for his family. I pray for my coworkers who were close to him and who felt the same way. I was in a daze all day yesterday, and mind you, I haven't seen Bobby in years, but the time that I spent with him, I just knew he was a good brother, and it really affected me. So I just want to speak to the people that's out there that's going through the same thing. I don't want to keep rambling. I pray that God gives you peace. I pray that God will encourage you to get up from the dark place that you're in. I pray that God will give you the strength not to throw the towel in on life. I pray that God gives you encouragement. That's pretty much all I got to say. I'll be back and get up on these beats, but for right now, I just want to just chill and just reflect on this, and pray for Bobby and Bobby's family and friends, and pray for whoever's watching that you would seek the help that you need and get the help that you need. And before I sign off, once again, you never know what somebody is going through. So please show love, show respect, show compassion. Peace. God bless.